I'm just going to walk through some of the basic Dave Shoot strategies for success. A new book coming out this fall. Now, just looking at some of the basic moves to test the quality. First, looking at glasses, you want to see that the temple tips are all flush to the ground. So here they're flush, and so both are touching the ground. Just shows general symmetry. And then here you can see the general shape and angle, the panto angle here of the lens, showing the natural kind of bend here of the frame. And then we can start doing a few tests here of understanding the bend of a temple. And so we'll bend a temple with a good amount of force. We haven't just prescribed the right amount of grams of force yet, but there should be some give, but it should be able to come back on the temple. And another piece too, since we have a spring hinge, you look at the edge here, try to get flush. If we bend it up, it should be able to come back. If you look right at the hinge, right at this spot right here, that should be able to snap back with a good amount of force, come back into shape, and that one does it pretty well, so there's not a big concern there. Another movement here is the counter force here, where I'm putting positive force here and negative force here, pushing left and then pushing right, to see how stiff the movement is of the overall frame. So I'm pushing left this way and down, so up and down on the other different sides, and not getting too much movement in the frame, which is great. And you can tell here when we bend this out as well to see see potential weaknesses in the frame. Here you can see a little bending when I put a good amount of force on it. Not a terrible amount of bending, but it comes back pretty well. It's pretty strong. A concern here when you do the back and forth, I'm not getting much movement right now on this movement. A concern here is that this bridge here is weak. In this case, it's pretty good thickness. Looks like it was soldered pretty well on both sides, and this side as well. Looks like the soldering was pretty decent, because I'm not getting much movement and bending in the frame on both sides there. So that's a pretty good sign. Another Dave Shoot move here is to move the nose pads a few times. That could be an area of weakness of the frame. And so I'll do it 3, 4, 5, 6 times to see what kind of movability I have. And it moves pretty well, and I'm not seeing much weakness there. Temple tips themselves, bending those, because this is one piece where a customer will definitely adjust their frame quite a bit to fit their ears, and getting pretty good flexibility here, an ability to come back into form after playing with them. So on this frame, not a major concern, looking pretty good.